right. Well, welcome everyone to our CMTC 2022 cohort. We are so excited to have everybody returning this year for our summer staff. It's wonderful to have a returning group, people who know what's happening, have been in this rodeo before, and we just always sense that God is moving and calling people who otherwise could be having a summer vacation and enjoying themselves. All of our summer staff, we appreciate you so much. Many of you teach full time in the classrooms, and so for you to give up a week or two or three to come and share what you know with new students is such a gift. And we just want to take a minute to honor you for that and thank you for your participation each summer. We are going to record this session. So if you weren't able to join us live, I hope that you can stick with us for about 20 minutes. Just when we outline some details for this summer and welcome you to the program. So the people who are joining live right now are a very important group because they are the leaders of the CMTC. And so I'm just going to quick go around and introduce the leadership team and the roles that they serve for you as faculty members. So I am going to start with Jason Lee. Everyone always wonders, what is Jason's title and what does he do? But Jason Lee is the Director of Planning for the CMTC. He serves an important role because he is our liaison for accreditation for MACD. He also attends Montessori seminars and conferences really around the world. And he's always keeping his ear towards the latest in trends and what's happening now so that he can do future planning for us and invite people who are good participants for the program to join us at the CMTC. And so he is like our futuristic strategic thinker. And he ends up being a right-hand person for me so much of the time. This year, he is going to help with some of the Zoom live recordings and the media presentation. And so that is Jason's role. And I appreciate him so much. Next to him is Hei Yoon, his beautiful wife, and she does everything on her own just as much. She holds as much weight. Jason and her are a dynamic team. And Hei Yoon is our on-campus hospitality and interface for all staff during the summer. So you are looking for Hei Yoon's face for housing, for meals, for morning hospitality, coffee. If you need to have copies made, or if you have some questions about binders or folders or album making, she makes the copies. She usually is scheduled for just like a half day, so make sure you touch bases with her in the morning and that she can meet your needs on campus. So I appreciate her so much. In her own right, she came from the business world, and so she's very professional, and her copies and the way that she approaches her work is so well done. And so I just appreciate that so much about her. So feel free to reach out to her if you have any questions, especially if you're staying on campus and you're wondering about your keys or where your room is. She will have the answers for that, or she'll find someone who does. So thank you, Hei Yoon, so much. And then Becca Hashe, she is the newest member of our leadership team at the CMTC. She has taken over for Madeline, who was our administrator for the last 2 years, and even expanding that role to a whole new level. So I just appreciate Becca so much. She actually is the new TA and person that will interface for Popoli. So she will be greeting you in just a few minutes to tell you about syllabus and grading rubrics, things like that. That is where Becca comes into play. And she really helps with the conversation for academic, just astuteness or any questions that we have. She interfaces with the academic office and helps Janae Burt and then her husband, yes, Jason Hashe, to understand our courses, how they fit in with the college. So transcripting, that's becoming a big thing because we have some transfer students that are coming from other training centers. So Becca's role has really had to step up to help understand what their requirements are. And if you're having any questions about that, textbooks, things that have to do with your course and the college, Becca is your go-to person, and I appreciate her so much. And between the Hashes and the Lees, they have had many children come through Hand in Hand Christian Montessori, so their parents as well, and they really understand the importance of Montessori. And in fact, just today I was talking, I mean, really, I had conversations with both of them about the impact of Hand in Hand and the Montessori method in their parenting. And even in one of their children was getting grades back from high school. And Hey Yoon just commented, like, we owe so much to Montessori helping our child be independent in his studies. And it was just a beautiful comment. And so I love that our administration team, they can seem like they're not a part of the Montessori philosophy very much because they're more admin, but truly in their hearts, they know Montessori makes such a difference. They love worldwide and global reach. That's a part of why they're at Bethany. And so I'm just so grateful for those helpers around us and leaders. It's so great. All right. So then I'm just going to introduce Miss Myra, who is not a stranger to any of the faculty. We all know and love her. I appreciate her so much, and that she said yes to coming on board to Bethany Global University and helping launch the accreditation for the CMTC. We honestly could not do without her because she's totally qualified to lead and be the program director. So really what Miss Myra has to do is, in front of MACD, Miss Myra is making sure that our faculty is teaching in accordance to what we've said that they would teach. So quality control. She also has to make sure that the in-service and standards for each teacher is up to date. That means each of us are going to have to come ready to take courses and demonstrate that we have been in professional development and getting CEUs. I'm going to let her talk to that for a minute. And then she comes to observe every week to just connect with the staff to see how the class is being received and what students are in the class and what's the tenure. So think of Miss Myra as quality control, and it's so wonderful. And she too just loves Jesus, loves children, loves Montessori. I'm so blessed that God has given her refirement because she loves adult learners and is really excited to keep her mentorship moving forward. And I'm so grateful for that. So we together, the five of us, so I'm Michelle Thompson, you know me. So I serve as the executive director of this training center, and I'm just blessed to have an amazing team. So I love the Lord. I teach 3 classes myself, which are the faith class and overview. It's faith and overview. I teach fine arts, and I teach the parent partnership, which is our online class. And I love it. And even though Mrs. Lee isn't here in presence, she is here in spirit. And I'm just carrying on the good work that she taught me to do, and modeling so much of her passion for education with more people. So that is great. All right. So that is our teaching team. And our leadership team, I should say. I'm going to turn it over to Becca because I would like her to be able to introduce herself and just tell us some key points about new faculty coming on board for, teaching this summer. So Becca, take it away.
Guess I need to unmute myself. All right. Well, I'm Becca Hatchett, like Michelle said, and you've probably been seeing emails from me, and I just could talk real quick about the populate. We're just working right now to making sure we're getting our syllabuses updated, and if you need a copy, I'll be touching base with each of you in the next few days if I haven't seen a new one come in already. We'll get that updated, and then I can help with anybody who's just working on getting their assignments loaded and all their due dates and all that kind of stuff in building within your class. You're welcome to do that all on your own or ask any questions, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. But yeah, you'll probably be seeing emails from me in the next week or two for sure as we get all of that settled. And if there's any other specifics.
No, that's good. And Becca, right now you're really looking for my syllabus to be perfected.
Mhm.
Next week, Miss Myra's,
Yep.
Sue's, Holly's for practical.
Yeah, the first
right?
couple weeks,
It's the
right?
first couple of weeks that really is the high priority.
For
And
sure.
then others have just a little bit more time, not much, because we want
Yeah.
those in. But I just want to highlight if Sue, Holly, Miss Myra, and myself all can make sure that we're touching base with you, we're the kind of the
Sure.
priority right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you, Becca.
Can I interject a question or should I wait?
No, right
It's-
now.
It's about a book for classroom leadership. So the book that's on the syllabus is last year's book, and we really want a new book. And we're concerned, that the students are ordering their books and they might be ordering the wrong one. So we really want that changed ASAP.
Is that the one that you're looking for the new version?
Yes, and I think that Sue emailed you about it. It's positive discipline for Montessori. It's the for Montessori is the new part that we want, and it's very important we get that one.
I saw the syllabus we did get updated with the 2021 edition. I don't think the book list did say specifically which edition, so I can send an email out to them today.
Yeah,
to
it's
make
not an
sure.
addition. It's not an addition. It's a title. It's
It's a title
positive
change.
discipline for Montessori teachers.
Okay. I will double check on that, and if it doesn't
Thanks.
match up on the book list, then I'll send a note out for that.
Okay,
And
thank
I
you.
think one workaround, if it's too late or they can't find it, we can buy a set and have classroom sets here. And that's one workaround for any of our book lists that are out of print or the wrong one. Let's just make sure we have a good set here in our working library, which is in our new room. It has a little library shelf, so it's good to have those books on hand. So we can have a workaround, Miss Myra.
Okay,
All right, perfect. And Becca, you can just order a couple of extra copies ourselves, just so we have it. That would be great. Awesome, great question. So that is just to clarify that a welcome letter is going out, already has gone out maybe, that introduces all the students to their supply list, making sure they're buying their own albums, their own school supplies, and that they are responsible for their textbooks. We are letting them know that there are textbooks on campus, more as reference books. They can't leave campus, but they can check them out during the day, make notes, and answer their questions about them. So that's great. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Becca.
Sure.
All right, Myra, I'm just want to turn it over to you just to greet everyone and anything you would like to say or that you think is important headed into this summer.
gosh, I'm not prepared, Michelle. I don't know.
There you go. No problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You have had a busy day already because you've been working on your own classes and everything.
I've been basically ever since school was out last week, I've been working on my own classes, and I don't even know, like, I know you have to get your CEUs in, and I think it's like 10 hours or
Yes.
yeah, I don't even know. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, that's all right. Let's clarify that. It
Yeah.
is a 10-hour requirement for MACD
Yeah.
that every teacher who's teaching has at least that much in professional development. And you can get those online, but ideally you're having the certificate that proves that. And week by week, you're leaving that in Miss Myra's inbox.
Okay.
So faculty has an inbox where you can just put your staff evaluation. That will be something that will be given to you to fill out. Like, how did the week go for you? How did you do? Add that to your CEUs at the end of each of your teaching weeks. That's a part of your coming to campus and getting what you need. And Miss Myra has a box on campus. You can just slip those in and then she can file those in the necessary place. And Miss Myra can connect with Jason Lee, who then makes sure that MACD, all of what they require is done and in process. So that's kind of how that works. So that's great. So every faculty member, think about your credits that you received over this year, get a copy of those and bring them when you come to campus. That will be awesome. And I will do my
Okay.
job next week. So good. All right. Well, I think we're right at the 20-minute mark. So if no one else has any questions, again, we're just going to be very grateful. I did want to mention everyone by name, though. That would be really important. So let's just go through that. I think I have it memorized.
Okay.
So next week, we have week 1 is faith and overview in the morning and philosophy in the afternoon. And philosophy is basically an extension of the morning topics, and they go deeper. And Miss Myra covers Children's House, primary, and the elementary. Those are the 2 tracks. What is unique this year is Sherry Simmons is doing a pre-accreditation track for infancy. So we're giving it a shot because you have to teach 1 year before you can apply for accreditation. And so we have an infancy track that's happening as well. So they're joining us for faith and overview in the morning, and in the afternoon, they're actually going to be having a philosophy class with Miss Sherry at the central campus. So that is good to know. And this will go out to Sherry Simmons as well, so she can just have a little pre-run of what this looks like. So that is wonderful. That's week 1. Then week
So
2.
Those
yeah,
there are 2 people there from the infancy track, and will they get the handouts? Did Hayun count them in for
she
handouts?
did. Yes,
Okay, yay.
exactly. Thank you, Miss Myra. And I will make sure, I'm personally making sure that those copies of everything they need are getting transferred over to that campus. And then we actually have one more participant that is Zooming in. She is off campus, and so she will be live Zooming our philosophy. I'm sorry, not philosophy, faith and overview in the morning. So she's a transfer student, and that will be
Okay.
and I'll make sure she gets those. All right, so week 2 is going to host Miss Myra and Miss Sue in the morning for classroom leadership. And then the afternoon will be Miss Holly and Miss Sue for practical life, primary and elementary. And so that's just going to be a great week. There's always so much that's covered, and it really brings to light a lot of the love and care and the beauty and order that we have in Montessori. That's such an important week. So we're excited about that. Week 3 is going to be Miss Holly again with Miss Amy Beth. So Miss Holly is going to teach sensorial in the morning. And Miss Amy Beth teaches geometry. And that's actually like a 9 to 3 class. And so it's morning and afternoon. And then early evening, I get to step in and do a fine arts component, which really looks at all the ways that Montessori can bring music, art, drama, and theater to life in the classroom. So outside of specialists, how can we do these inside of our rooms? And so I love that class. That's going to be great. That's week 3. Then, if you can believe, we're already to week 4. That's our online class. And so we finish classroom leadership because it does require some more hours. And then parent partnership, which is online. So Miss Sue finishes classroom leadership, I believe, just for the elementary portion, because elementary is the one that has a little bit more required hours.
Oh, we didn't know that. We thought it was for everybody.
It might be, and we might have done that. So do you teach an online portion too, Miss Myra?
Well, it's Sue's really handling it.
I got it. Okay, but you both are included in that together.
I think so. No, I'm not sure.
You can have
don't know.
Becca check that and just
Okay.
make sure that the hours were the same. All right. And then I teach a 15-hour 1 credit parent partnership class, which is really great, super fun, and love that. And that's an online class as well. And they have the 4th of July off, so they can take a little respite and be at home and study instead. We're back to week 5, and that week's always great because it feels like a homecoming to me, where Miss Myra and Miss Lisa Beth teach together. And they are original founding faculty members of Hand in Hand.
Yeah.
So that started 20 years ago. It's just so great. They're still coming and being a part of it. It's so great. So praise God for that. It's a wonderful week. And then the next week is fun. It's our math week. So we really want to ramp up the smarts. And that week is a tag team between Patrick at the beginning of the week and Christiane at the end of the week for elementary. And then Miss Sigalinda Schnellbecker joins us, and she always brings all of her items and her stories and her experiences. And she's such a veteran teacher, and she really gives our students a good look at Montessori for primary for the children's house age. And then we are already to week 7, if you can believe it, and that's the cultural week. So that week, Miss Sigalinda keeps on. She has beautiful items that she's collected from literally all over the world to share with the students for the cultural week. And then Miss Christy Ann teaches the cultural week for elementary. And it brings us right up to our practicum brunch, where we'll gather together and talk about what it's going to take for the next 9 months during the student teaching phase. So just thank you again to all the faculty for taking time out of your summer to come and teach together. It's a beautiful group of people, and we're really blessed to have each one of you. All right. Anything else? Does that seem like we covered it? All right. Very good. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We will post this video in your email, and so hopefully you're able to view it and you feel blessed by it. All right. We'll see you soon.
I had something. Being the program director, could I get access to all the courses on Populi? I think I had that last year, and I found it really helpful to check on things. Like, for example, now I have a book that I don't need for my courses at all, and it's a required textbook, and I just want to take it off. It's that Montessori method. But I should check the other courses to see if other people are really using that book. And I think, Becca, you said you would check that for me. Can't hear.
Sorry, I think it was philosophy. It was listed under also.
Yes, and I don't need it for philosophy.
I mean, oh, and leadership. Was leadership then the other one?
No.
It had 2 on it.
No, I'm wondering if there are any other instructors using that book a lot, because I just thought for only one chapter.
Language. Sorry, language,
No.
not leadership. Language has it.
Ah, that's what I didn't check here. Okay.
It's the best
Yeah.
for elementary. I think she likes that Montessori methods book.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would leave it out.
Language, elementary language.
And yes, is it possible to have Miss Myra listed as access to all of them as another TA? It's probably helpful, Becca.
Okay, I can request that.
Yes. And so I know last summer it was me, Miss Myra, and Madeline that had access to all the courses, and that should continue. Me, you, and Miss Myra. So we can go in at any time and see and help.
Yeah, that helps.
I'll request that. Sure.
Thank you. I think that's all I had for right now.
All right. We will see all of you on campus. Thank you so much for joining us for a few minutes. And yeah, happy CMTC.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye-bye.